Today I'm going to make my Vonnie's world famous cherry pies, or trail pies you could call them. They're world famous because my husband talks about them all the time on his YouTube channel, The North Woodsman 1. And it's his cabin videos he usually mentions my pies. So finally I'm going to show you how I do it. Now it's not hard to me, but I've been doing it for quite a while. And I'm going to do it a little different than most people realize. Let me get this down here. Already forgot something. This is 2 cups of flour. This is 1/2 cup, my oven's ready. This is 1/2 cup oil and not quite 1/2 cup milk. 2 cups of pie cherries. You want sour cherries, not sweet ones. And then here I have 1/2 cup of sugar and 1/4 cup of flour. That's going to go in the cherries. This is some sugar to finish it off, and 1 egg yolk and 2 tablespoons water that will do as a wash on top. So first, let's get this out of the way. I'm going to put the sugar on our cherries. Now that's a lot. I don't like that much, so I will spoon a lot of that off. But I'll use it right now to sweeten them. These have no pits. I'm very fortunate in that I have a Mennonite grocery store just north of me, and they carry these. Last time I bought them, I bought 35 pounds. I still have some left. There we go. We're going to set these to the side. As you can see, that's a lot of sugar, and I'm not going to use all of that. I'll spoon some of that off. Now, when I make my pie, I make it the same way my mom made it, and it's kind of like this. There's that old story about the mom putting the ham in the oven, and when she puts it in the pan, she cuts both ends off. Well, her daughter says, "Mom, why do you cut the ends off the ham when you cook it?" She goes, "I don't know. That's what your grandma did." So she went to her grandma and said, "Grandma, why do you cut the ends off your ham when you cook it?" She goes, "I don't know why your mom does it, but my pan wasn't big enough." So this is how my mom did it. I don't know how your mom did it, but this is how we're going to go. So I'm going to kind of get that worked together. It's a very simple pie crust. Martin loves this pie crust. I don't know why. His mom was from the South and she made pie crust with lard. But this one he just likes. Now the reason I said not quite 1/2 cup of milk is because you don't want it gooey and you don't want it so hard that you can't roll it out, because then it'll be dry. But we're going to do this. See how we did this time. It's different every time sometimes. There. Oh, it's looking good. If it's too gooey, you could always add a little bit more flour. Yeah, this will be good. Let me show you. See this? It just is nice to work with. Can you see that? Just very nice. That'll be great. Now my mom's next secret weapon, which I've never heard anybody else do, and that's wax paper. That's what she rolled her dough out on, and it has worked very well for me. So now we're going to try to make a cherry pie, put it together. You want to, if you're going to use the wax paper, you want to dampen the counter, and then you put the paper down. Like that. And you're going to grab some of this dough. Now you're going to say, "How much dough do you grab, Vonnie?" Well, I've never done it that way. I've always just grabbed it. No, that's about right. For a pie right there, maybe a little more. So I did measure it out for you, and it's about 1/4 cup. Now, if the pie is bigger than that or smaller than that, the world is not going to go off its axis. So you'll just have a bigger pie or a smaller pie. So here we go. You put that there, kind of smush it down a little, make it round. And I use my... I got this little rolling pin, the shorter one, a while ago. I love it. I love it for this. So I'm going to try not to be in your way here. There we go. I guess there's a certain amount of it I can't have it. There. Now we bring over our cherries. And I'm not going to use all of it because I don't like it that sweet. It's too much sugar. So I just kind of spoon out the cherries. And I did get instructions from Mr. Martin that he'd like a few more cherries. So I'll add a few more cherries to his. There you go. Now comes the real scientific part. Fold that over. See what I've done there? I've just folded it over and tamped it down. Pull that off. Now I'm going to fold over these ends. Sorry if I'm in your way. There, he's heading for the cabin really soon, so I need to make a big batch of these. I think he usually takes one for every day. Now I'm just crimping it down like that, and I'm going to vent it. This one's going to go on the sheet, and then we'll do another one. Okay, all set. I'm going to dampen that again. You can use these about 3 times. I've done this so many times, I know. Grab about 1/4 cup or however much you want. Sometimes I make them some bigger pies, if he's not just going to use these on the trail. Once again, you roll it. That looks pretty good. Pull this back. Get some cherries that you've already sweetened. See that? I'm pulling it out of the sugar. Now, if you like a lot of sugar, go for it. We like our pancreas. There we go. Alright, once again, fold over, tamp it down. You see that right there? That's cherry juice. That's okay. Now I'm going to do this, fold it over. You want to leave enough room at the down here that you can fold it over. Okay, crimp it again. Let's vent it, and I'm going to put it on my tray. This is my cookie sheet. As you can see, it's gotten a lot of wear. I've baked many things in this cookie sheet for many years. I wasn't going to go out and buy a brand new one for you guys, sorry, but this one just works very well. And I do not put any Pam on it. It's just plain ungreased. Okay, here's the bonus track that I promised. Usually I have a little more dough left than that, but I'm going to show you how to make a cinnamon sugar treat. You just take this and you're going to roll it out like you're going to do a pie. Now you take a little butter and you use this specialized tool and you put a little bit all over that. It'll give it a little moistness. And then you add, yes, we're not watching our pancreas on this one, you add some cinnamon sugar. Make it however dark you want, it's just sugar and cinnamon. And you're going to put that on there. See that? Maybe a little more there. And you're going to finish it the same way you do a pie. You're going to fold it over, try to crimp it. Made that a little thin because I wanted to show off how to do this. There we go. Come on. See, not everything goes right in this kitchen either all the time. Okay, so I'm going to crimp that the same way I did the other pies. This takes less time to cook. Maybe about half the time of the regular pies. Okay, same old thing. I'm going to add that to my tray. Okay, now they're getting ready for the oven. I'm going to do the last step. One thing I want to remind you, the pie dough that I use, the pastry, it's enough for a top and a bottom of a pie. That's how much. I use 2 cups of cherries, and these are how many pies I got. That's the cinnamon one. So I got 7 pies out of 2 cups of cherries. And I'm going to finish them by putting on that egg yolk wash. This will make them brown up nice on top. And a little bit of sugar, because that's how my mommy did it. It gives it kind of a nice look on top when you do that. You don't have to put a lot on. Now Martin's got his sister coming up to the cabin this time, and a friend, and I think they may want some pies too, so I'm going to make some more after this. So now you're going to wonder, how long does it take to cook them? Well, that's another one. I do it until I smell them cooking. So I realized I really need to time it for you. And I did the other day, and it took 35 minutes. About 15 for that and 35 for these. As you can see, there's some cherry juice running out. It's okay. It'll be fine. I'm going to put these in the oven at 350 for 35 minutes. Well, as you can see, another batch of trail cherry pies are done. Now, some of these, you know, the cherry pie juice got off of there. I'm going to give you a tip. Get them off the pan right away because it'll be much easier. Don't let them cool on the pan. Put them on a rack. Yes, that's fresh bread. I am Wonder Woman. No, I made it in a bread machine. Yeah, so this is a... Hey, who is that? Well, it's the North Woodsman one. Well, that was meant for the trail, but I guess he's going to be one shy. Well, I hope you enjoyed this, and let me know if you've ever used the wax paper or made pies this way. Let me know how they turn out, and please remember, just buy a can of cherry pie filler and a tube of already made pie crust if you want to just try it. And word on the street is, I might be getting my own channel. See you next time.